So, hi everyone, and welcome to the first mug of 2026. So, I'm your host, and for those who don't know me, my name is Amy. I'm part of the customer success team here at Provident for Monday.com, and today I'm joined by the fantastic Keen Brennan, who is our new Monday.com practice lead. Before we dive in, I just want to go through a small bit of housekeeping. The demo will run for approximately 30 minutes, but we'll aim to keep it in within that. This is an open discussion. However, today we have got an awful lot to cover in AI, so feel free to drop any questions into the chat and we'll go through them and we'll answer them at the end. And for those who do get involved, there could be prizes also, so try your best too. You will also receive a recording of this session tomorrow, along with a quick survey. So we'd really love your feedback on how good we are, and also it's a great opportunity for you guys then to suggest some features that you want to go through or topics then for our next mug. Alrighty, so let's get started by taking a look at today's agenda. So we're keeping it super simple but super effective, and we're discussing the hot topic of everything that is AI. So in a world that we live in at the moment, AI, I think, like seems to be taking over. But what we really need to remember is that AI isn't here to replace your expertise or mine, or anybody on the team, but it's really here just to amplify it. Like it's really only as powerful as the structure and the direction that we actually give it. So that being said, today's features will include the following, which is Monday Core AI, the Monday Blocks, Monday Sidekick, Monday Vibe, Monday Magic, and Monday Agent Factory. And on that note, I will pass it over to Cian. So I'll stop sharing, Cian, and if you want to share your slide deck, not your slide deck, but your boards.
My demo. Yeah,
Um,
perfect. Thanks very
cool.
much. I really appreciate that. So the first thing I want to cover is core AI. So in Monday.com, there's a lot of AI features that you can take advantage of for free. So it really does kind of give you, the capability to kind of experiment and test ideas and already start improving your workflows without any cost. So you might as well get started. So
Yeah.
it can help you work a lot faster, and there's a lot of easy, quick wins that you can use with Monday AI. So let me first of all just share the screen and show you guys which ones are actually free. Because a lot of people do have confusion on, am I going to get charged for this? What's
Hmm.
going to happen to the credits on my accounts? So I just want to go through what is actually included in the plan. Okay. So can you guys see the screen okay here?
Yep.
Yeah? Cool. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, right? If you guys want to take a screenshot of this, this is all the features that are free at the moment in Monday.com. Now, I'm going to dive in a little bit to these, but if you want to take a screenshot, there's plenty here, and it will give you a bit of peace of mind as to, what you're doing on the account and not charging your guys those precious credits. Okay?
Loved it.
So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff here. I mean, AI text is built into Monday.com across the board. So any place that you write in Monday.com, you can use an AI assistant to help you, just polish up those updates and just come across that little bit more professional. There's simple things like translating work forms with AI. So in any work forms that you are using, if stuff is coming in different languages, you can translate it and that is free and you can refine text, all this sort of thing. So let me just kind of show you guys some of the core AI features. I'm sure if you guys have used the formula column, um, you kind of know how much of a pain it can be to figure out formulas. I know myself, I
Mm.
kind of drive myself a bit crazy sometimes trying to figure out like what's the function, what's the concept, what should I be using here? But the great thing is you have an AI formula built in. So if you're looking to calculate maybe the days between this day column and another column, you can do that. You can just type in natural language, calculate the difference. Obviously I can't type here at the moment, but you can just type in whatever it is that you want to calculate and it will do it for you. And pretty much 99% of the time it works. The only thing you need to remember when typing in your prompt is that you need to get the column name accurate. Okay, so make sure that when you're prompting, you say something like, calculate the difference between start date and end date. You need to get the column name exactly correct. Okay, so that's one huge one. Another one that you have, which is quite a new feature, is being able to create a view with text and a dashboard. So let's
Mm.
take a look at how we can create a dashboard using natural text. So we'll click on customizable view. And you're now going to see that you have an AI widget creator, okay, which is really, really powerful. So all you do is type in what you want and it will create that for you. So let's take a look at this board, right? So maybe with all this feedback that I'm getting, I want to categorize it maybe by type in a nice dashboard where I can see everything clearly. So let me kind of type that in to the text box and we'll see. So categorize feedback by type. We'll click generate. It'll take a few seconds to run, but it should give us one or two widgets that will kind of categorize it. So again, we can see the total feedback count and we have the feedback by type. So you can see how quick that was. Like it's really, really, really nice. And then another quick one I'm going to show you because we've so much to cover today is writing with AI. So across the board, wherever you write at Monday.com, you can use AI to help you create updates. So we'll see it here in an update section, for example. We can click write with AI, and then you might want to maybe give teams an update on the status on particular items. So you can just type in, give me the update on this project. I want to speak about X, Y, and Z, and it will polish it and it will create an automatic update for everyone. And that looks really nicely written with AI. So there are a couple of the features, but I think what we want to do is kind of move on because we have so much to cover. But there's a lot of free things there. So again, this is all your free AI things in Monday.com if you want to take a screenshot.
That's perfect, Ian. That's
Cool.
really cool because I actually didn't realize where that free AI stuff was. I just
Yeah,
knew what you paid for instead of what was free. So, perfect.
exactly.
I will take control then if that is okay.
Sure, sure.
And what I'm going to go through now is screen okay?
It's loading. Yeah, we got it. Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect. So what I want to go through today then, one of the topics I'm going through is your AI blocks. So AI blocks, there is a charge for them against your credits, but it's so powerful. You have to think of the AI can't even pronounce it now. Think of the AI blocks as adding like a decision maker into your automations that are on your account. So basically, they allow your workflows like to read, interpret, and even respond to text or data, not just by the trigger based on the fixed rules that are already implemented by yourself. So anything that has this cute little star here next to it is autofilled by AI. So let me just show you this what it looks like in practice because basically it's much more powerful when you see it being applied to real data. So we'll take this recruitment pipeline. So basically through the application form in a recruitment pipeline like this, the application form comes in through along with the CV and through the form. So they can upload their CV and then from here, then through the form and the AI blocks that I've implemented, it helps basically remove the manual screening layer that comes in first and it extracts like the it will extract things like your key skills, summarize the candidates like current companies or companies that they worked in previously, the years of experience, things like that. And it categorizes then the applicants automatically for you, which means then that the recruiters then will spend less time sorting out this kind of work and more time than interviewing like with the right people. So really it isn't replacing like the recruiter's judgment, but it's just accelerating that first layer of review. In order to get those, you would click into add column, click into more columns here, and then click into AI powered. So from here, you can see there's a number of different actions that you can implement onto that. That's going to help you. You can write with AI, which I think is really cool. So basically, the AI will generate interviews, invitees, or rejection emails based on a status. So we add that to the board. And then what it can do is it's going to reduce the repetitive communication through admin. So instead of rewriting similar emails repeatedly, the AI will generate like a first draft and then recruiters can then just adjust it within seconds to what they want to say. And again, it's like that natural tone that you can have implemented onto it as well. So it feels like it's a real person and not an AI. Another thing that I can do here is that once you click in here, you can summarize updates as well. So updates, yeah, so summarize your updates from here as well, implementing that. So it's really valuable to save on time
Mm.
within meetings or just to see overall what that update is from that person that's sending in the application. So really like the AI can be viewed as like an extension of your workforce just by using the blocks. And as well, so the pricing on the way that they're priced as well is that it's done per line item as well. So they've really changed that from when they first started with AI. First it's come from Monday, and it's much more cost effective now, which is really good. So next then what I wanted to show you is Sidekick. So I do have it here. It's on every board that you'll see. Um, Sidekick, it's here and it's also within the line items, but I think it'll actually be more beneficial if I show you how effective it can be on a CRM. Can you see my screen there that it's changed to Monday CRM?
Yep.
Perfect. So basically, Monday Sidekick, it's essentially an information layer over all of your data. So instead of building out dashboards or manually filtering through reports, you can just simply ask questions about your live data. You can generate insights, and then it can really surface the trends without building really complex reports as well. So it's nice, it's clean, and then it's the best thing about all that it's strategic for you. So you've got your Sidekick here, and then you also have it within your line item. So if you open your opportunity, it did used to show here, but it's actually after changing. We just discovered in the last few days. But it's still once you click open on that side, that line item, it's within the line item also. So what I'll do is I'll just ask some questions. Like click into it. You can ask it anything you want. So yeah, so that's a question that I asked previously. So really, what's the pipeline or how many deals are stuck in negotiation, we'll say. So if I just pop a question within here. So how many deals are stuck in negotiation? So this removes like basically the need for you to manually build any filters or dashboards. For any quick questions, sales leaders can then get instant visibility without relying on any ops or support and they can that information instantly. So you can see here, there's only one deal that's stuck in negotiation. So you can click right into that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
And you
like
can also, oh, sorry, go on, Ken.
I was just saying, like, for sales teams,
Mm,
especially, it really comes in handy. Again, you can use that on your email thread. So if you open up like, a contact, you can summarize the updates on that particular deal and you can see exactly what's going on, especially if a deal has been going on for like, you know, a couple of months. You want to get all the latest updates and summarize and to be able to share those with different teams. And also it's
yeah.
just super powerful to summarize that information really quickly.
Yeah, like, if you're looking for like identifying risks as well, like, so if you wanted
Mm.
to, like, what's your high value deals that are at risk? And we ask that question. Hopefully, it's going to give me some information from here. But this is where it becomes really, really powerful, as Keane said. Like, it surfaces risks that you might not be proactively looking for, and it acts really as a second set of eyes on your pipeline, which is going to be so beneficial. Um, Maybe none of my deals are at risk. We'll just see here what it populates. But it also gives you best next project or oh, here we go. So it will show you exactly what deals are at risk that are more than the high value deals as well. So it just gives more insight, and it's as well as like the higher leadership team can also see straight into this as well. And then from that team as well, if you wanted to see like um, how your reps are working. So if I was to put in a question like, what's the average deal size per rep? So instead of like exporting data into Excel or building, custom built reports, as I said before, sales managers can look right here and they can ask the questions on the on demand, like during the pipeline reviews as well, which is super beneficial. You can make this
Mm.
wider as well. I'm really sure it's not working right now, but so yeah, things like that. So really, Sidekick, it works within the data and the permissions that you already have in place. It doesn't access anything outside of your CRM basically, but it gives you that instant insight to what you really need to give those figures for. So yeah, that there is what you can achieve with Sidekick. I use it every single day, to be honest. Um, yeah, so that's it wrapped up for Sidekick. Keen, I think I'm gonna pass it back to you.
Sure.
And next is Vibe.
Monday Vibe. Yeah, this one is very cool. Let me share
Mm.
the screen and show you guys what this looks like. Okay, no. Great, Monday Vibe. Okay, so I've often had times in Monday.com where I'm trying to achieve something that's just not possible. Now, it's kind of hard in Monday.com to get to that stage, but sometimes there are areas where maybe you want to showcase some data differently. or you really need a really high intense type of dashboard, that's just not possible in Monday.com usually. So Monday Vibe is a new product. It's kind of sold separately and it will tie in along with your renewal date if you're on a contract. The pricing for Monday Vibe is about €100 per month, but with that you
Hmm.
get to build 10 apps, right? So it's just a vibe coding app. You type in what exactly it is that you want, and it will build a new view or a dashboard on whichever board or workspace that you need to build this view on. So I'm going to show you an example that I built earlier because I had this specific use case with a client where they weren't really easily able to track the drivers in their vans, but we solved this using Monday Vibe. So as you can see here, I have a van booking board. And what we wanted to do was have overall visibility on the van journeys, the drivers, what their routes were, what their delivery times were, because right now it's quite hard to see that in one place. So I built this out with Monday Vibe. I gave it specific conditions that I wanted to achieve, and it built it for me in 5 minutes. All right. So we can see here with this little icon, that's your Vibe app that's built in a new view alongside your board. Right. You can also start building with Vibe now from here. You don't have to go to a separate website. You can build an app from scratch and then Vibe code. Okay. So we have a van operations dashboard. We can see exactly what our calendar looks like, the distribution, our average van size, our active drivers, and it only gets better as we go down. So we can see the schedule on a nice calendar. We have van availability. We can see, the size of the vans, the reg. We can see what journey is active at the moment and the pickup time, the drop off time. It's really powerful. So there's really been nothing that I've thrown at Money Vibe that it couldn't spit back to me. Now, the great thing about it is you can keep prompting until you get it right and then you publish it. So you're not wasting your credits and you're not kind of building an app that isn't kind of sufficient. You get to try it as many times as you want. And then when you publish it, that's when it will use that one app credit. So for the €100 a month, you get 10 apps. So as soon as you publish one app, you'll have nine left. But again, you get to constantly test and refine your dashboard before pressing publish. So I'm sure you guys have a few things at the moment that you want to show in Monday, maybe show it better or build something out that's a little bit more complex. I would really recommend Monday Vibe. So if you guys need more information on pricing or you want us to be able to add it to your account, please reach out to me or Amy and we will get it sorted for you. But like, look at this, it's fantastic. And this is just one example. People have built out massive solutions that are spanning, you know, more than one board with Monday
Mm.
Vibe. So it's really, really cool.
And as when once you publish this, it can be used across the whole account. It's not just subjected to yourself using it.
Exactly. Yeah, everybody can take advantage of it,
Yeah.
which is absolutely fantastic. So the next thing I'm going to move on to is Monday Magic. This one's really, really powerful. Now, Monday Magic it's basically a separate website where you can type in what you want to achieve with Monday, what kind of board you want to build out, what kind of workflow you need, and it will do it for you. Now, it's in alpha at the moment, it's not fully released. And there are some limitations to it. It can't create, automations. It can't really, create integrations and things like that. But it's a good place to start if you're figuring out how to build a process out of Monday.com.
Mm.
It will kind of show you the best way to build it out. So we can see here, that I, had my prompt here. We run a local dog walking business, and we needed, a setup for this. And what it's done is it's created
Cool.
multiple different boards and it's kind of shown me maybe the best way to build this out. Now, there are some limitations with that at the moment, but it's a great way to get started and give you ideas as to how you want to go about building it out. Okay. Now, it's also free at the moment. I don't know if it's going to stay free, but it's definitely something we're checking out. Yeah, we're not sure. We're not sure.
I don't think so. Yeah, as you say, like take advantage of things that are free at the moment. I feel like there will be a charge for this in the future, but it's a good way and time for you guys to test as much as you can.
Sure, sure. They'll even create dashboards for you, so it's really good to get an idea of how you want to build out your boards and yeah, and your solutions. Okay. So the final thing we have And I think this one's the most interesting is agent factory.
Mm.
Okay, so this is really powerful. So, you know, it really, I think everybody kind of wants to start with AI and offload some manual work to an AI agent. And this is kind of the best place to start with it, right? So any repetitive work that you might have, you can offload that work to an AI agent that runs in the background. And the great thing about it is it handles tasks the same way every time. So your team can stop doing all the admin work and they can focus on things that are really important. So you can think of Agent Factory as a reliable extra teammate without adding to the headcount in the team. So let me show you what this looks like, right? So we can see here I've given this agent some instructions already. And what I want this agent to do is call people. So you can tie this in with your board where you're keeping your contact details. And what it will do is it will actually call these people for you. It will physically call their mobile phone using an AI type voice. So you can give it specific instructions and context, and it will do all of this for you, and it can call multiple people at once. So we can see here that I want to get some RSVP details for an event I'm hosting. So I thought it'd be a good idea to offload this task to AI instead of me calling everybody up, which is going to take a long time. We'll offload it to Maya here. Now we can change the name, we can change the voice. I'll show you all of this in a minute. But we can see here, I said I'm hosting a brunch event in London where we showcase new Monday AI features such as Sidekick and Monday Vibe. And what it's done is it's built this agent out. So the next thing it's asking us here is the date. So we'll fill in the date. We can see we have some really nice animations. I think a lot of the new AI
Yeah.
stuff have a really nice kind of workflow. So once we kind of set this up, you will have different options. So you can choose the name that the person introduces themselves as. You can choose whether the agent speaks first or the person on the phone is the one that speaks first. And what it does is it's tied to, all the contacts in your contacts board. Again, look, it's just asking if for some more detail, but once you have all that, you can customize this. So I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this.
As you walk through your huge mansion at
Yep.
night,
Can you hear
the
that?
sound of footsteps echoes behind you. When
We
you
can hear
turn
it.
around,
You can see
no.
how like natural that sounds, and you have a few different voices that's kind of listening.
I totally understand how you feel. Would it work if you tried cooking with them again?
And
I
what's great about this is I've tried it, I've tested it out. You guys can test it too. I think it's just Agent Factory. If you just Google Monday Agent Factory, it'll be the first thing
Yeah.
that shows up, and you can test it for free. You can put in your number, and it will call you. But what's incredible is I tried to trip it up. So I
Mm.
tried to interrupt. I tried to ask it questions that are kind of out of context and not related to the information I give it. And it handles it fantastically. It will say something like, I don't have the answer for you right now. I'm more focused on getting the RSVP for the event, and it will ignore anything else.
Mm.
And what's really cool is it has a natural background sound. So it does sound like they're in an office calling you, which does make the whole thing less robotic and a lot more natural, which is absolutely incredible. You can change the speech
Yeah.
speed. You have different language options. Look at all this. Like all of this is supported at the moment, which is incredible. Next thing you have is capabilities. So I tested it on myself, and after the call, it sent me an SMS summarizing what we talked about. And you can have it connected with your Gmail as well, and your Google Calendar and your Slack. So it can send messages and it can send emails. And again, you can give it some input, you can give it some knowledge, and you can give it some triggers. So you can add data sources such as PDFs, you can add URLs, some more text for context, and you can add triggers. So you can have it run once or recurring as well. So it's really, really, really powerful. So again, if you need information on this, let us know. We can have a quick look at the plans and the pricing. I think it's very affordable for what it is.
Mm.
So the most popular plan is €49 a month. You get up to 250 calls, 10K web searches, 2.5K emails. So it's not only like
Really
an
good.
RSVP agent, you can customize the agent, and maybe you want to use it as an outbound salesperson. You can do
Yeah.
that as well. It's not just RSVP. You can create multiple agents and have them do multiple things for you. So
Ian,
yeah,
can you create your
yeah,
own voice?
you can't create your own voice, no, but that would be very cool.
I
Mm.
feel like it will come at any time now. I think
Sure.
Monday, like they want to make it as personable as they can. Like, because the main, like Monday Agent, like it doesn't just, it's the AI that doesn't just respond, it acts, and to be able to act straight from your company would be something that'd be gold, really. So I
Yeah,
wouldn't say it is something that they haven't thought of, and I'd say it will be coming in the future. It's something that
I'd
we can
imagine so. They've made it a
yeah.
lot easier to train your voice on AI too. I think it only takes about 5 to 10 minutes. You say a few sentences and then it can give a really realistic impersonation. So I'd imagine that will be coming. But yeah, it's not there at the moment.
Yeah, so just like thanks for that, Keen. Just like to summarize with Monday.com, the AI, like it's there to help teams reduce like manual admin, turn data into actionable insights, and it really, really enhances your existing workflows, by automating repetitive tasks and just improving visibility. And on that note, I think we've passed time. Are we past time? Oh no, we're just at time. So I think there is some questions.
How many prompts to publish this app? Can we see them? Andrew, I think you have unlimited prompts, so you're not tied to maybe you only get 5 tries. And can we
Before you
see
publish
them?
it.
Can you see previous prompts? Yes, they will all show in a previous history, and you can tweak the prompts. This is for Monday 5, I'm imagining. So yes.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Would like to see some prompt examples of what to ask for. What I like to do is if you're on maybe a call with a client who has specific information, and can we see yours that created this one? Yeah, let's have a look. Actually, I don't think I have it saved.
Was this your
If
was
I
this
go to
for
edit app, yeah, this is just the previous history on what I asked. Yeah, okay, we're getting the
yeah, you
history.
should be able to have it there, yeah.
There we go. So I just said for my van booking board, I need a driver calendar to see the driver schedule, van availability. Charlie the van is on. Basically, a full van and driver operations dashboard. So it gave me all of this. It ran into an error. I just said fix with AI. Magically did fix. And then it just said I kept prompting. I just said I need to see the driver van details at a glance because it wasn't giving me everything. You just need to keep prompting it, but you will have a complete history of all your prompts. So it's really useful. But as you can see, it was a very simple prompt. I didn't have to get too technical with it. So yeah, it's very powerful.
Yeah,
Here,
cool.
can you save your prompts as well?
Well, they're all there in the history. So this was actually from weeks ago. So they're all saved there from beforehand. I recommend maybe just copying and pasting it if you want to save it somewhere, but it seems like it really holds on to that information, so they're all saved there,
Thank you.
Cool, no bother.
Cool. Okay, guys, so we've come to the end of the time. We've gone slightly over, but that's okay. As well, so as I said at the start, there is a copy of this that will go out to anybody who is registered. Should get to you tomorrow. And again, if there's a survey attached to that, so if you guys would mind filling out the survey, and if there's anything then that you want us to go through in our next mug, feel free to put any suggestions and also to tell us how great we are. We love that. And yeah, any questions, shoot myself or Keen an email. Happy to jump on a call to discuss anything that is AI. And I hope you enjoyed this mug series.
Thank you very much, guys. And by the way,
Thanks,
just
everyone.
before you go,
Cheers.
we also do offer AI consulting packages too, if that's something you were interested in. So again, reach out to me or Amy. We're more than happy to help you. We can give you guys plans like over a year and things, and to support you on AI and things. So keep that in mind. But again, guys, thank you so much. There's a lot of free AI features as well you can take advantage of. So I'd say dive in and make your life easier this year. Thanks so much.
Great.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your attendance. Bye.
Cheers, guys.